Hi Flosstube, it's Kerry in Stitches. It's Friday the 9th of November and this is video number 31. I'm going to apologise now. I did try and record this earlier but I broke my tripod, so it's kind of a makeshift prop the phone up, hope for the best kind of video. I apologise if it's a bit wobbly. I do. Anywho, so I hope you're all well. Hello to viewers old and new. I've noticed a bit of an uptick in subscribers again, so hello to anyone watching for the first or second time. It's great to have you on board, and a big hello to everyone who has been watching me for, well, since the beginning. I hope you're all doing well and have had a good week. Hooray, it's the weekend. It's an awfully wet and miserable weekend here today. I can hear the wind is blowing a gale and it is chucking it down, so who knows what will happen over the weekend. Let's see what we get done. So quick life update. We had half term here last week. I worked for 3 days, so didn't get a huge amount done. Well, didn't do a huge amount of other stuff. We had a crafty stitchy day, a crafty afternoon with our Lottie and I with our friends, where we made, I shall just call them the Melanie Smith pumpkins. So let's have to trim that off for Lottie, but yeah. So this is Lottie's one. I think she did a grand job on it. And this is mine. So basically they are polystyrene pumpkin forms and decoupage patched glue on the top and fabric. So that's the top. There's just some little leaves and they've just been pinned on, so I can change it out if I want to, and a bit of string and bow. So thank you to Melanie Smith of Yarns and Threads. Yarns and Threads, is that right? You know when you say something and then you doubt yourself that it's right. So anyway, thank you to Melanie for the idea. They turned out fantastic, so I'm pleased with those. We also went to the NEC for the Creative Craft Show. Oh, wobbly table. I'll have to keep my hands up here so I don't keep banging the table. Basically it's a big shopping event. They do have workshops. They have like hour-long workshops that you can sign up for in advance, and then they also have make and take ones which you just either book on the stall or sometimes you can just do drop-ins. So Lottie did a coaster, a marbled coaster, which turned out fantastically, but I don't know where she's put it, so I can't show that. And I didn't do anything. So I will insert video. I've recorded a little video of my haul because I wanted to put it all away. So I'll insert that a bit later when I go through my haul. It wasn't too crowded. Lots of people who thought that they were more important there than other people. Rude. Also a lady on, I bought some fabric just from a sort of general kind of stitching stand, very much kits and DMC only. It was that kind of thing, which is absolutely fine. Sometimes you just want a piece of neutral, which is what I'd got. But I was looking at the counts and I was quite surprised she had some 35 count, just some Swigart. And she's like, yes, so I carry the neutrals in that, but you know, I find that people don't want, anybody stitching on 35 count does not want brightly coloured or other colours other than neutral fabrics. I was like, I think you might be wrong there. I'm not saying everybody does, but not everybody just wants neutrals either. You know, 28 count people like colours, and okay. She obviously was the cross stitch oracle. But fortunately I did actually want a neutral piece because I wanted it for a few of the Christmas and some of the small, sorry, not Christmas, some of the smalls I'm kitting up for next year. So it suited me, But to decide that that's what people want, well, that's fine, because that means it's going to keep Chromatic Alchemy and Pole Stitches and Sparklers and Crafty Kitten, it just the UK ones off the top of my head, and Joddery in business, because people do want them and they will go to them. So shot yourself in the foot there, love. So yeah, right, let's straight onto the cross stitch. No FOs, a couple of FFOs. I'm just looking back thinking, have I got an FO? So I've been on the baby biscornu, tiny biscornu kick again. I decided I'm going to make, I totted up the number of biscornus I've made and sent out to various people since I started Flosstube, and I think it's 18 with these two that I've got made now, and I'd like to get it to 25 by the end of the year. So this is one here that's going out soon. That's a bit blurry. That's going to focus. It's just plain. It's just got some crosses on the back and some beads. And then there's this little, really tiny weeny one. Oh, that's not going to show. Is it going to focus? No, not very well. But yeah, basically it's beaded on both sides. Yeah, just on a bit of, they're both on just fabric scraps. I think that's the 25 count that I've tea dyed, and I don't actually have a clue. Sorry. It's pink. 28 count probably. The beads are just random iridescent ones from the stash. There we go, and I've also got another one in progress. Let's put them. Is that focusing? No idea. Oh yeah, it's a bit. This is just an iridescent. Actually, I think this is Fabric Flare, and it's just a little sparkly one. So I'm stitching that one up. That's going to have a few beads on it later. Next whip, Cross Stitch Nation. In my marvellous bag from Samantha Crafting Between Stitches. I don't recall where I was at. Well, I do recall where I was at last time. I was stitching this lady here. So I've got, well, basically got her dress finished. I just need to finish putting in the peachy colour. So, oh, it's going to be a bit see-through, but there we go. That's where I'm at so far with it. It's coming along. I've had quite a few days where I just haven't felt up to stitching, so I haven't stitched. So it's kind of eaten into my, what I could have been productive with. Next up is a new start, housed in my lovely Diana bag that I won on one of her giveaways. The prize also included this Lizzie Kate Santa, Celebrate 15, and she also sent the skein of Louisiana hot sauce, which is the most glorious red. I love it. If you look at the chart, Lizzie Kate suggests 321 is DMC is the equivalent, and it's my favourite favourite DMC Christmassy colour. So I am, yeah, love that a lot, because that's the equivalent as such. So anywho, Stitchy Shannon 85 sent me the fabric. It was a bigger piece, but I cut it down because I wanted to see if I could get two on, because I'm stingy with the fabric. There we go. So that's all I've done so far, which is just one of his arm and the start of his beard. So I should go back to him tonight, because I did enjoy stitching him. Oh yes, so might as well do this bit of haul now. So I had put an order into Lakeside this last week because I needed to finish kitting up my birthday start. We'll talk about that in a moment. But I also picked up, oh, some threads that are alive. Just the greens for the trees. The rest I've kitted it up in DMC for the sort of the face and the pinks and things. But we have, so those are the three of the greens in it for the trees. Seaweed, monkey grass and moss. Because let's face it, if something's called monkey grass, you just got to get it. Monkey grass is this one, and then we've got seaweed, moss is the green, and then obviously seaweed's that one. So as I said, the rest of the DMCs. So that's that. Right then. So I'm going to put that needle somewhere safe before I lose. This gets knocked off the table and I lose it. So where are we at? Yes, yes. I have done a tiny bit more on my butterfly project, which is my travel one, but we're probably talking 20 stitches if that. I think I've got the outline of the last butterfly done since I started, so I'll show you that next week. I'm hoping to get a finish on that in the next couple of weeks. Although it's no French club, which is usually when I sit in the pub and stitch, so this week for lots, so well, it'll get done when it gets done. That's what happens. Right. Blackwork birthday sale. Banner goes across the screen. I would make a note of the timestamp, but the pen that was on the table from this morning before I broke my tripod is now no longer there. There's that one. Oh, pen. That I've just thrown on the floor. So, hang on, 11 mins. Right, so this is what I'm stitching. It's by Lizzie Kate. It was in cross stitch gold a while ago. Actually, this chart was passed to me, so I forget where it came from. Might be Laura or possibly Rachel. So anyway, so I'm not stitching the wings because I just want her to be a lady, because I think she's beautiful. I love the wings. I think the wings are so, if you like stitching angels, I think this is one of the nicest I've seen because I think the wings are beautiful. However, I'm not really much of an angel kind of stitcher, so but I love the flowers. I love everything about it, and the wings are quite easy to take off without it needing an absolute ton of fudging. So, well, at least I hope so anyway. So that's what I'm stitching. I am stitching it on 32 count opal merino in Burns Night, which was a limited edition from Jodrell. Yeah, that's fairly accurate. It's got slight pink tinges to it here and there. Yeah, as I said, it's an opal, so it'll be pretty. And I'm not stitching it in gold. I am stitching it in turquoises and teals. So these are, so it obviously has black, and the hair is actually stitched in grey, which is just a DMC 317, and it has some black sparkle in it. So I picked up at the craft show one of the new DMCs, which is the C310. So I'm interested to try this out. And then my chosen metallic in place of gold is PTB 72. I wanted to say 74 then. So I'm excited to try that. It's coming up a lot bluer than it is. It has got a slightly more tealy look to it, but I'm looking forward to trying that. I have I made a new needle minder using a flat back that I got at the craft show, so I think that's pretty perfect for it. The beads, I've got some, I don't know if all that is showing up yet, just some standard Mill Hill sized beads, which are just some glass beads. It also requires black French knots, so I'm going to do seed beads, and I've pulled black beads, but I can't find my petite, so they're about somewhere. So that starts tomorrow, 10th of November. My birthday isn't actually tomorrow, but it's the best day to start, the closest to my birthday. Well, probably Sunday would have been better, but you know, we're going to start it tomorrow. Start any point this weekend. I'm so excited to have so many of you joining in on the Blackwork birthday sale. Lots of people checking out Lizzie Kate, which I'm really pleased about, because I think she has some beautiful blackwork designs of things rather than them just being blocks. Because Blackwork Journey, Liz Almond, she has some fantastic patterns, but they tend to be built more about groups of blocks, whereas Lizzie Kate does the flowers, the butterflies, the ladies, and all that kind of thing, which I really like. So I think I like stitching blackwork things rather than blackwork blocks. I think that's me. I don't mind the odd border here and there, but yeah. So other than that, I just want to work on my Santa. I've also had a bit of a tea and coffee dyeing experiment Monday. So tea and coffee dose and just some, the 14 count Ada I picked up in the charity shop a while ago. That's a standard tea coffee, and that one is a green tea and a tiny bit of coffee dye one. So it's a lot lighter, a lot yet more sort of beige. So I'm going to use that for him. Got him from Bendy Stitchy. I'm not stitching him on the suggested 7 count Cargill Closton. I'm only going to stitch the star shape and then make him into an ornament on 28 count. That's my plan. So I pulled the threads for him, which are basically just a couple of DMCs. Yes, that is blue. It's 823. And I am going to, my change will be, I'm going to make his belt buckle yellow, and the face colours I didn't like, so I'm going to use the ones from the Lizzie Kate Santa. Right, wow, we're flying through this today. This is good. I'm liking this. Oh, let me think. Come along, Kerry. Okay, so craft show. So I'll quickly talk about that. It's held at the NEC, which is the National Indoor. No, it's not. That's the one. National Exhibition Centre in the centre of England. It's massive, massive. So they had the Creative Craft Show, a Christmassy kind of thing event, which is kind of lots of handmade, not really, stuff, and like a Christmas shopping section. And they also had art materials live, so the artists and things like that, they have some small sort of dedicated corner to them. They also do Cake International, which is the big cake show, so biggest in Europe, I believe. So I've only been to that a couple of times, because sometimes they do joint tickets and you can see all of it, which they did 2 years ago. Then last year they did it separately, but you could go in but you couldn't see all of it. My friend wanted me to pick up some cake icing dyes, what do you call them, food colouring, there you go. So I did, because it's ridiculously a lot cheaper to go than to buy them locally. Anyway, let's go through what I got there. So I'll insert a quick video of my general what I bought, of all the other crafts bits, so that's a couple of minutes, and then I will tell you about what else I bought. So here are my non-stitchy craft show bits and pieces. I've got some decoupage papers. The 4 at the top here are for Lottie to do her unicorn, and then I've got a couple of Christmas ones, new pot of glue. I picked up these stars, sort of polystyrene stars, on kind of a Dollar Tree Poundland kind of store, and to do, so we're going to have girls Crafty afternoon nearer Christmas and get those done, throw in a bit of glitter and all that kind of thing. I also picked up on the sort of the pound and items stall, some little storage pots. I don't know how good they'll be. I can't quite tell if they screw or not, but I figured for £1 they're worth a try. Nice little wooden blank which can be decorated, and some berries, because gotta have these things to Priscillify things. I got a few packets of beads and bells. I kind of got an idea what to do with those for a Christmas finish, so I'm hoping I can get that done. I kind of like them because they kind of remind me of like coloured lights, so I thought that would be good to do. And some red and gold ones, some little mini buttons there. I guess I'd say they're sort of 6mm size. These 6,000 because I was running short. A couple of little flat backs to do needle minders with. Buttons from I'll put the link down. I'll link down below where I got those from. Just a couple of cross stitchy ones. I'm thinking I'm going to put that one on my coffee time sale. Snowflake blanks for to make beaded snowflakes. They're really easy, just thread them up and then just turn the end over, and they make really pretty Christmas ornaments. I made one last year, so when I saw those I thought I'd have a go at doing some more. And then we've just got some beads, most of which are on a theme. kind of colours, my kind of colours, to make some nice pretty scissor fobs. So feature beads for those. And I also picked up colours in general because of doing a couple of scissor fobs that I want to get finished. And then I picked up these sort of Pandora European beads because they were cute. I really like the sort of yellow one. Well, I picked them up because I like them and I thought the little snowman-y kind of thing was really cute. So, and they come on a little, well, and I bought the little snake chain separately to make them to the keyring. So I have got a couple of other those sort of beads at home, so that'll be fun. And I thought they might make really nice scissor fobs too at some point. So I might invest in a few more of these little snake chains, as I have business cards from a lot of the shops, which makes it really good. So I'll link all this below, and now to show you what my cross stitch stuff. So my cross stitchy bits, I got this from the Historical Sampler Company. It's just called the Christmas Tree Sampler. I really like this. It's Christmas, it's houses, it's very me. We saw it in the morning and I looked at it and I thought, I really like that. And then we walked around and then we went back to look for something because Lottie wanted to look for something. And I saw it again and I was like, I still really like that. I think I'll get it. And I do. I really do like it. Like, no, it's, I mean, it's all in DMC. Doesn't give a stitch count, but it measures 30 centimetres by 20 centimetres on 32. So it is nice. I like it a lot. So, and here's the fabric I picked up with high counts only need to be sold in neutrals, lady. So this is just Edinburgh 35 count linen. I assume you would just say it's a raw linen. It doesn't actually say what colour it is. It's a 19 by 27 inch piece. It was a good buy, that. I like that. And obviously I got the DMC thread that I showed you earlier as well. So that's basically my haul from that week. Random skein of Gast, apple cider for. I've got a list of projects I'm kitting up for next year. So whenever I order something specific from Lakeside, I'm trying to throw a couple of skeins in for that. So I forget what that's for. I've got it written down somewhere. So when I got the couple of the greens, and I got that one, and then I got my PTB and the beads and from Lakeside this week. And oh, a few more Sprinkle Stitchy Kindness stickers. My ATC came in with this. Oh, there it is. Fabulous funky card from Sam, my needle in New Zealand, who stitched. The theme was cutesy. Yeah, that about ticks it. Lottie came in this afternoon and went, have you recorded your Flosstube yet? Because I want that card with the unicorn and the girl on. Okay. Yeah, it's got a cool New Zealand playing card on the back. I like that a lot. Don't want to part with it. And Sam also sent 3DMC, which is really handy because I've just run out of 3799, because that's what I've been stitching a lot of the blackwork ATCs in. No, blackwork biscornu. Theme for this month's ATC is Stitcher's Choice. Do I go Christmas or do I go blackwork? It'll be one or the other. I can guarantee that. I may go Christmas. Love Christmas. Yay, Christmas. Sorry. I did walk into our local supermarket on the 1st of November, and obviously overnight they'd taken down all the Halloween stuff and put the Christmas displays up in their kind of first aisle as you walk in, and I walked in and went, yay, Christmas! And Mum and I have been around town today looking in all the Christmas departments in all the stores and got lots of lovely ideas, and I'm like, oh, pretty, oh yes, we like that, oh, I like that bauble, and yeah. My mum's just as Christmas mad as I am, so we love decorating for Christmas, so I'm super excited about Christmas. So I guess I feel the same way about Christmas as some of you feel about Halloween, so each to their own, and we all enjoy what we enjoy. Yeah. So cross stitcher magazines come in, so I'll do a quick flip through. So the cover kit was Mrs. Christmas. They did Santa last year or the year before. I bet they tell me in the magazine. Oh, that's cool. That's good. Actually, they put the Santa pattern in again this year because they did do it a couple of years ago. Yeah, so that's actually really that kind. Means I haven't got to look for in both places in two places for the thing. So this is 338. This issue is. It was last year. Right. Okay. So there's your contents. Some nice things in it this month. Stitch people are Oliver and Fagin. Pardon me. Emma Congdon. That's really nice. I like the colours of that. You know, I think it's really good that it only actually uses 2 DMC colours as well. So yeah, just the white and the blue. Stocking, who's this by? Felicity Hall. That's actually really cool. It's not big though. When you actually end up looking at these things, you think that's actually quite small for a stocking. And it's only the width at the top is only 80 centimetres. So, but it's really pretty. They got some Christmas crackers there. Well, they've got some little bands you can stitch to put on them, but they'd be fine for ornaments or tags or ATCs. There we go. I like the Robin one. Oh, I like Noel. Oh yeah, I think I found my ATC for this month. Printer's tray design. 'Tis the season to be stitching. They've put designed by Faye Walsh of Little Dove Designs. There's a couple of close-ups there. And then we have the Savvy Stitcher is basically 3 different ways of coming up with little mini stockings. But that's got some really cute little motifs, and then they've got make your own one there, and then how to stitch on a Goody Done Snow one. And that snowflakes are good, that make a good biscornu as well. Interview with Victoria Johnson, some hanging hearts, little name things you can make, and it's got little alphabets to personalise them. They're quite cute. Those are stitched on perforated paper by Maria Diaz. Cross-stitcher correspondence. The letter library is snow scenes in letters. I think they're actually really cool too. I like those. I'm not entirely sure I'd stitch all the white. I think I'd definitely pick a colour background that works with a lot of them, either like a navy blue for some of the darker ones, or would go white so I didn't have to stitch the snow. But it has got the numbers in as well. And then we've got some Santa cards. They're quite funny. What else we got? Oh, letters and whatnot. An advent calendar, well, an advent countdown pillow, just stitched on an Ada band. You make the felt buckle and then you put like a little slidey tab thing. So that's quite a clever idea, because you could use a pillow form that you already have. The second part of this wall hanging, which is just those ones at the bottom there. But again, these are great. They would be great just individually. Santa going sledging. There's stitching challenge for the where they give 3 designers the same stuff and challenge them to make a design with a certain size. So just for you, Cheryl, bauble. There's a bauble there. They did one like this in the summer. So the mason jars again, which I think is really lovely. And actually, so I turn the page and there's a bigger, there we go. I like that snow scene one, I think that's really, really pretty. Again, something that's really good for doing as one or individually. I do believe that's probably a lot. Oh, the last in the series of their stitch along, annual yearly stitch along, whatever it was. They also have, they've announced next month they're having one, a fairy tale one designed by Shannon Wasliff. So that'll be interesting to see. And that's about your lot. Next month, Christmas rules. So that's cross stitch done. And then we have World of Cross Stitching. This is issue 275 with the cover kit being this little polar bear card, which is cute. Has metallics and everything in it, that one. And they also gave a free skein of the DMC tool. I don't know, I'm not very good with French. DMC new sparkly stuff. So this is why I got this before we went to the craft show and kind of thought, yeah, actually, I think I will give it a go. It's sparkly enough that it's nice without it being, let's just hope it's, what do you call it? Easy to work with, but I've heard quite good reviews from it, so there we go. Cover contents page. And we've got the guest readers. We've got a Lucy Heaton little mouse carrying a parcel. Shannon Wasliff's designed a Santa. I think he's actually really nice. Sometimes I wonder about the faces on some of her things, but I think that is really lovely. So lots of, it's a Shannon Wasliff, so lots of bling and French knots and Krennic and whatnot. Letters. Tea cozy, but actually it'd be just as nice as a stand up or something like that. And Bethlehem pillow. That's Kay Widdowson. We've got a tarantula. I don't think so. Kind of like this little scene, that's really cute. Lots of sort of different elements, winter elements. Nice to have something that's specifically winter but not Christmas. Although they have hung a Christmas tree charm and stuff on it, but you could, and the North Pole. But I think you could easily change the charms on it. That's by Maria Diaz. Certainly change the charms on that, or leave them off. I don't think it would lose anything by it. The little design library is kind of bright with lots of pink in them, which is cool. But I think the designs are simple enough that you could easily change your own colour palette and it would work well. I like this. Lucy Heaton, this stag with the lights in his antlers. I'll stitch that for my mum. She was going on about stag pillows today for her sofa. Random thing. They obviously give you the trending things on what's, you know. I'm clearly obviously way ahead of the trend. I bought that bauble 2 years ago for our Christmas tree. 3 years ago maybe. Yes, I did. So, just saying. Leslie Tier, love this. Reminds me of some of the Bent Creek Star ones. But this is all stitched in the new DMC sparkly threads. So, and it would be so easy to change up your colour palette on it as well. So, uses 6 of the new colours. I'm really, yeah. Christmas wreath cards. That's a fun backstitch detail. That's code for awkward backstitch that doesn't actually go to the holes on the fabric. An elf alphabet, or Santa's Helper's Alphabet as they're calling it, by Rhoda Norrie. I like these. These are by Fabi Riley or Fabi Riley, however you say your name. But oh no, that's the chart. You didn't see that. little Christmas tree topiaries. They only stitch one side, but they would be really nice, I think, stitched both sides and have like as a centerpiece as a table, but they're not that big. What's it called? A white Manx cat. That's getting rushing there. That's quite cute. Helen Brindley, Holly Fairy. Oh, that wind's got up out there. And that looks like that's your lot for that. Coming up next month, that lot. Little tiny fox design. There we go. Jobs are good. And oh, they've got an itchy back. I expect the hair falling down there. All right then. Let's have some talk. Let's do some giveaways. So last time, Boothall was won by Lucy W. I'll comment on your comment if you. My email is in the description box if you want to get hold of me, and I'll get that in the post. Mail pattern, this is coming to you, and we know I've got Mel's address. So this week, some charts that I've given to me out of magazines. Excuse me. So we've just got some Christmas trees. Just some Christmas tree cards there. So I quite like I stapled them together for my. I like that one there. That's cool. Designed by Lisa Reeks. These have come out of one of the magazines. I think this is Cross Stitch Crazy. Don't quote me on it, but the fonts seem to say Cross Stitch Crazy. So I'd like to stitch the trees. We've got Floral Friends. Each of those, and a random 21st birthday card that was on the back of one of the pages too. So I'd like to stitch the Floral Friends, and the last one is from Cross Stitch Card Shop. Don't ask me what issue. I say these were given to me, so I have no idea. And this came out of Cross Stitch Gold. I might have the issue. I can look it up. I actually have 2 copies of this, so there'll be another chance to get this one at some other point. So it's a knight and a medieval maiden. So I would like to stitch the black work, if you'd like to stitch that one. Black work, Floral Friends, or trees. Be over 18. Please be a subscriber. Don't say giveaway. Probably, is that it for the rules? I've got them written down here. Yes. Yeah, don't mention giveaway, be a subscriber. So you'd like, you know, there we go, that's for that. So I'm going to leave the video here, and I'm going to go and stitch the evening away. It's Friday, we're going to party off the grid, and I'm going to get my Santa started, done, finished. No, not like none of those. I'm going to carry on. Have a great weekend, and stay safe, those of you who are in the midst of some pretty rubbish weather conditions. I saw there was snow in quite a few bits of parts of America and Canada, and what else? It's sort of wet and windy here, even in the UK. Stay dry. So have a great weekend, and I will. Thanks for watching, subscribing, and doing all those things that you do. It's much appreciated. I know I'm a bit slow on replying to comments, but I get there eventually. That's basically story of my life. I'll get there eventually. Thanks ever so much, everyone, and I have a great fortnight, and I'll see you all soon. Bye bye. Thanks for watching my channel. Thank you for all the lovely comments you leave me, for the likes and the subscriptions. It really does mean a lot, and it makes it all worthwhile. Happy stitching.